everybody, welcome back to another video. In this one I'm going to be making the trees inside of Blender, so I'm just going to go ahead and get on into it. Just exit all of this stuff off of the home or the front screen. And what you got to do right here is actually go into edit. We'll go over here to edit and then preferences, and what you have to do is you have to go to add-ons, and actually most of y'all might already have this activated, but probably not for most of you. Just type in tree and it should be able to, it should pop up, but add curve sapling tree gen. Make sure that it's selected and then you can exit out of it, and then to go on and add the curve, go to curves, and then it should be at the bottom right here, and add it. And another thing, make sure that you don't exit off of this, because if you exit off of it or click somewhere that anywhere else, whatever, you'll lose this and you have to delete it and start over. So, bro, I'm just gonna go and mainly just edit the branch splitting, and down here at the very bottom, I'm gonna kind of drop the resolution to probably about 4, along with the branches, or the branches. And then right here, I'm also gonna drop this down too to be about, I'll say about 15 maybe. Yeah, try 12. Yeah, I'm gonna do 12. I think it looks a lot better like that. Yeah, I think I'm gonna leave it alone at that, because I think it looks pretty good right there. So you can go ahead and click off of this, but you can make sure to get it the way you want it though, and I think that's a pretty good start right there. So I'm just gonna go ahead and exit off. We'll go over here and add. I'm going to add a UV sphere. Just bring it up a little bit. What I'm going to do right here is actually go over into sculpt mode. Bring the radius up, and I'm just going to kind of sculpt it out a little bit. Be about where I want it. We'll go down here to grab also, and just kind of sculpt it out a little bit to be about the dimensions I want it. Alrighty. Now I'm just going to take that and duplicate it, and also kind of bring it down, scale it in a little bit. Go back over into sculpt mode, kind of tweak it up a little bit. I think that would be good right there. Kind of scale it down just a hair, and then about right there should do. Then I'm going to take this top one right here, and then I'm going to duplicate that one and just bring it straight down and then over to the back side right there. And scale it down. Right, I want to duplicate that one and then bring it straight back. And just to kind of give a little bit of difference in it, I'm going to rotate it along the Z. Do 180. Alrighty. Now that should be about right. And honestly, you could probably do without one of these. Probably without this one. I'm gonna take this thing out of the equation and see what it looks like. Alright, I think that's what I'm gonna go right here. I'm gonna delete that extra one right there. And then now what I'm going to do is actually I'm gonna go add a plane to the land or to the tree. And then what I'm gonna do with this is I'm gonna keep that one plane, duplicate it, and then I'm going to rotate the duplicated one on the x-axis 90 degrees. Then I'm going to duplicate that one. I'm also going to rotate it on the z-axis 90 degrees. That way it kind of looks like this little, I don't know what this thing looks like. But anyways, this right here is going to be what our tree, the leaves are going to be. I'm going to take all three of these and I'm going to hit Control J to kind of add them all together. And then I'm also going to add all of those together with Control J. That way all I got is just the plane that we're using, the spears that's going to be used for the leaves, and then the actual tree itself. So what I'm going to do is select all the spears, and I'm going to add a particle system to them. So go to this icon right here, and then hit the plus icon. Then I'm going to hit hair, advanced, and then render. Then where it says path, I'm going to select object, and the object I'm going to select is going to be the plane, which is this right here. Then actually what I can do is I'm actually going to scale this up to probably about 1500 maybe. Yeah, I'm going to scale it up to about 1500. And then right here, I can actually scale this up to kind of get a little bit, to be about where I want it at. So about maybe about right there should be good enough. Alrighty, then just select that again. Honestly, the rest of the stuff is probably good. I don't want to make this video too long, so I'm gonna. That's 8 minutes already. So I'm gonna go ahead and just call that, and it's good right there. So what I want to do now is actually go to the modifiers tab right there, and then make instance real. Okay. And if you select, you gotta keep selecting until you finally hit the one with all of them, and then pull it to the side and just delete those. Because that's the original one. These right here is the ones that's actually the leaves. So that's all you really need. You can also delete that in too, because you really don't need it. Now take this bulk right here and just hit H on the keyboard, or the keyboard, and then I'm going to hit transparent mode and then select all of them. Then I'm going to hit Control J. Well, for some reason, at least one of them has to be selected, like on the light yellow color, so for that to actually work. But now you can hit Alt H to unhide that bulk right there. Actually, go back to where they're not all selected. And what I want to do actually right here is to select them all. And you can hit Control Z to go back, by the way. But select them all. What I want to do right here is actually go to and set the randomize the transform of it. So pretty much just unselect those two, and then you can kind of just tweak them the best you can. You can see the rotation of everything. Alright, I think that should be good right there. And I'm going to leave it alone. You can kind of see a little bit of the tree come together now. And now I'm going to hit... Yeah, now I'm going to go back and select all of it. And now combine them together. So, Control... Alright, now Control J to kind of add them all together. Making sure there ain't no hidden stuff underneath it. And then you can hit Alt H to unhide that. And now the tree is pretty much done. The only other thing you have to do is right here you actually have to add in a go to the textures and add in a texture. This is going to be called leaves, and this one is actually going to be called the call it bark. Yeah, good enough right there. Alrighty, and this right here, another thing that an issue that I was having before is actually when you import it into Unreal, it's importing as two different items. So the only thing that I could think of to fix it was just select the bark and then actually select the bark and make sure to hit left click on it or right click on it and hit convert to mesh. And now it's a mesh, so now you can just go ahead and hit both of them and hit Control J, and now it's one object. And if you really look at it, you can see that this is still the bark. Well, it should still be assigned to the right one anyways. But anyways, now we will finish with that. So go and just click Export FBX and just go to the correct folder. I'm just going to name this Tree 1. Alright, now I'm going to go back over to Unreal and select that tree right there. And I actually created another one that was called Trees inside of the foliage. Alrighty, and that should be it right there. Yes. Yeah, you can see right here it saved the leaves and the bark. What I'm going to do right here is I'm just going to add a color into this for now. Just for now. I'm going to change it later on, but for now I'm just going to add a color. And what that color is going to be is like a... Oh, I guess it could help if you could see it. Yeah, this is just a brown color right for now. Yeah, brown. And then for the leaves, I'm going to... Actually, for the leaves, I'm going to use the color, the same color that we had for the grass. So I'm going to actually create another... Actually, I'm just going to duplicate this one. And this one's going to be the tree leaves instance. You can delete the leaves. Actually, I ain't gonna delete them. Well, okay, never mind. Ain't that big of a deal. So for this one right here, I'm just gonna take that and just slide it over and put it right where the leaves are supposed to be. do, there's actually a bit of an issue that we have on the color of that. And if you go right here to the instance that we have created right there, there is no, what's that at? Actually, something I gotta do to that too. If you'll go back to the, where you had the material saved at and go to the actual material, we never did set up any vertex paint on that. So what I'm going to do right here is actually add a switch. Now if it's true, do that one, and if it's not true, well, dang. Alright, I'm gonna re-add that and put a switch. Actually, do a parameter. Do a actually, no, that's not what I need right there. I actually need this one right here has to be plugged up to that, and then this one right here, I will plug this one up to the front one. Actually, this one needs to go right there, and then as far as this one goes right here, and the value that I'm going to have on this, I'll plug this up to that anyways. And the value that I'll need on this one is actually going to be a boolean. Has vertex I think that's how you spell that. So if it has one, then yeah, if it has one, it will do this right here. If it does not have a vertex, it will do it won't do this at all. So yeah. So we'll go back to where the tree is at, and you can see that it's moving. Another thing that we need to do is, what is it at? I would need to go to the main one now. Alrighty. I'll just put a parallel noise in that one for now. I gotta put a parameter as that. So I got to create a parameter. So I'm going to name this one right here. I'm going to name it opacity. Yeah, I'm just naming it opacity. just delete that. And for the default color for right here, I'm just going to hit Parallel Noise. Alrighty. Maybe I won't be able to use that one. Let me try the macro. Oh, that's what it is. Not the opacity. This out here has to be plugged into the opacity mask. Alright, now try it. Okay, you can kind of see now kind of what it's going to look like, except it's going to actually have like leaves and stuff like that on it. I'll probably do that in one of the upcoming videos. Well, let me change the opacity on that anyways. I'll do this and as Parallel Noise. Okay, now, there we go. Yeah, you can kind of see a tree, somewhat of a tree now. For the next video, and honestly, I might even create a new material instance entirely for that. Only because there's a lot of the stuff that this does not need, that the leaves and stuff had, or the grass had. So that's what I'm probably going to do on the next video, is actually create its own material. But yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and end this video right here. You kind of get the gist of it anyways now. So I'll see y'all in the next video.